Here's a disturbing statistical theory for you from physics. Given enough time, random quantum fluctuations could, in theory, spontaneously create absolutely anything, including a conscious brain, complete with its own false memories of a life that never happened. These are called Boltzman's brains. Now, the disturbing part is that if the universe lasts forever, there could be vastly more Boltzman's brains than brains that evolved normally, which means statistically, you're more likely to be a disembodied consciousness that just popped into existence with fake memories rather than an actual human with a real past. Now, just think about that concept for a second. You remember having breakfast this morning, but if you're a Boltzman's brain, then that memory is a random fluctuation. Your entire life story, your childhood, your relationships, everything that defines you and that you think of as you could be an hallucination generated by a spontaneous brain floating around in the void. You might exist for only a moment before dissolving back into what is a thermal noise, and you'd never know the difference. Now, physicists hate this conclusion because it undermines empiricism. If we're probably Boltzmann's brains, then our observations are probably hallucinations, which means we can't trust any of our scientific conclusions, including the physics that predicts Boltzmann's brains. It's self-defeating in its own narrative. So most physicists argue that this means our cosmological models are wrong. The universe probably doesn't last forever, or there's some mechanism that prevents Boltzmann's brains forming. So most physicists argue that that means our cosmological models are wrong. The universe probably doesn't last forever, or there's some mechanism that we've yet to discover that prevents a Boltzmann's brain forming. But we don't know this answer for sure. The philosophical nightmare here is about skepticism and the problem of realities. Descartes tried to doubt everything and rebuild the knowledge from a certain foundation. He concluded, "I think, therefore I am." Even if an evil demon is deceiving you, the fact that you're thinking proves you exist. But Boltzmann's brains takes this further. Yes, you exist right now, but do you have a past? Will you have a future? Are your memories real? You can't prove any of this from inside of your own experience. This is the skeptical scenario taken to its logical extreme. This leads to a worry that we're in the matrix, whether we're a brain in a vat, whether reality is a simulation. But this theory proposed by Boltzmann's brains are worse because it requires no external agent or force, it just requires physics and probability. And we would have no way of proving or disproving this because the evidence would be identical to real life itself. This reveals that we have a confidence in having a coherent identity extended through time. This reveals that our confidence in having a coherent identity extended through time is based entirely on memory, and memory could be completely unreliable. You assume continuity, but you could be a momentary fluctuation that believes that it has history, that it has agency. The self is more fragile than we want to admit, and that's the scary science of it.